Victor Galvan. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Let's go. 24/7 mindset.
All right, guys, part 2, real estate, liabilities, and assets on real estate. Okay, Victor, you ready? All right. A house is a liability or an asset, Victor? Explain.
You know, and I think I explained it very well in another podcast.
Yep.
That, look, man, in California is the best state to identify that the house is an asset. This motherfucker will break the house into 3 sections. Garage, half of the house, 2 kitchens, the garage, 1 kitchen, 1 bathroom, and they rent it. They rent everything. That's a big asset if you own the house. But it also can be a little bit of liability because it's going to lock you and force you to be there. But you go to another state like Florida, you own a house, it's a big liability. All the fixes, all the taxes that you got to pay, you have to pay. You got to make a payment. You have to do all the fixes around the house, right? In Florida, I believe the house is a big liability because of the mortgage payment, the taxes, the insurance. You got to fix that. You got to fix this. You got to fix the other stuff. So at the end of the day, you get caught up in this 30-year loan that is a big liability, that it doesn't benefit nobody, only the government. Because from there, I know if you rent, you still got to pay these taxes. But if when you own, you're forced to pay this much money in taxes. You're forced to get paid all the fixes on your own house. Than if you rent, you just call somebody to come and fix them, right? So the other problem is that you get locked down to the zip code that you can't grow. So you may be comfortable. Your job, your position is probably down the street from where you live. So it's not going to force you, not going to push you to go after a bigger position, a bigger dream. So where I'm going with all this is a big liability because everything that involves owning a house than if you rent a house. You rent the house, you are not attached to nothing. You're attached to a contract. And actually, you can actually mess around with the owners. You decide not to pay. You just don't pay. You can break the lease. There's nothing they can do. They still got to go and force you out. They're going to take you to court, doing all stuff. They're going to give you so many days or whatever, sometimes months, so you can live for months for free. So you don't have to fix anything. You don't have to worry about taxes. Now, if you get another position, somebody offer you a better position, you move. You're not attached to that zip code. So that's the way I look at it.
So that's the benefits of renting.
Yeah, 100%.
Assets right there. So so buying a house, is it a good buy? Because there's 2 ways to look at it, right? Is that why you're saying?
So it only benefit the bank. It only benefit the system. And when I say only benefit the system is when everybody's buying. So that's when all the taxes, that's when the interest, that's when everything goes to the roof. And a lot of people goes into these deals that the banks and everybody's not looking at it, and they give you a loan, and then another bank can give you another loan, and then it sometimes can be 2 to 3 loans. So only benefit them, because if you fail, when you fail, they got a letter, they got a note from a trust that they're going to get their money paid. So the bank is automatic warranted to get paid.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what happens. You fail to pay. After 60 days, they can automatically go after that fund and grab their money, and they don't care. The note's still at the Orange County or the county. And sometimes you don't know. Most of the time, people think that the bank owns it. Sometimes the bank still trying to go to the county. If the judge doesn't know, the judge is going to rule in favor of the bank. So the bank already got paid. And now he get to keep the house because you didn't make the payment, because the judge did not know that they already got paid, because the trust that pay him, they don't care because they had insurance that paid them. So the trust own the note and don't care. So that note is flying over there. I know I went into a freaking story, but I wanted to get into a little bit. So now the trust doesn't go for the note. So the note is hanging in there. The judge doesn't know. So the judge always give it back to the bank. So now the bank takes it. They already got their money. They got a free house again. And now they sell it. If it's a $200,000 house, they don't care if they sell it for $30,000. Because guess what? There's an extra $30,000 that they made. You cannot, you stop your payment, you cannot go and buy the house. But they got to put it in the market so other people can bid on it and actually take the house. But it's not legal. It's not illegal. But if the judge knows about this process, automatically the judge will say, we cannot take you out of the house another year, because he knows that note is floating around. Nobody owns that house. It's the trust that owns it. But the trust they already got insurance that pay them. So sometimes you live for 5 years in the house.
Rent free?
No, they just can kick you out because nobody owns it. And to somewhere, somehow, out of nowhere, they have to force and notify the trust and say, look, this is your freaking note. You got to do something. They're like, I don't got time, give it to the bank. And the bank goes and put it for sale and get it for cheap and do it, sell it. When the judge knows that nobody owns the note, only the trust, right? But if the judge doesn't know, he's going to vote in favor of the bank. So now the bank has the note, so now they can sell the house. And the reason I want to go that deep is that a lot of people buy their houses they put all their money in their house, and they just don't know where they're putting their money on is their dream to buy a house, to own a house. But they also put all their money that they work all their lives. So they just don't know what they don't know. So they go for one loan, and they add another loan, and that's what shit hits the fan. So sometimes they don't lock it for the rate for the 30 years. So if they lock it for 5 years to get the loan, they don't care. They say, I'll figure it out later. I can work harder and all that stuff. I can get more money. No problem. But they don't see it. And what happened when shit hits the fan, now they can't pay it. All their dreams, all their money, everything went over there. So it turned into a big liability. So I just wanted to touch a little bit about that. Why is a big liability? Because if you don't do your deal right, it can turn into a mess. But at the end of the day, it's a big liability because of the taxes and everything that's attached to the house and the growth that is going to impact on you not to it's going to, on how it's going to shut down your mind to grow to the next level, because it's going to lock you to the zip code that you're not going to move away because you're comfortable and you're always going to be there. You're going to try to find work around there, and that's it. That's why I say it's a big liability.